hybrid infrastructure is not just a strategy, and for this I would like to invite on stage Mr. Abhilash Das, who is the Global Practice Leader for Cloud Technology at Pentagon Systems. In his current role, he is responsible for growth of multi-cloud practice and technology adoptions of customers. He has over 13 plus years of experience in software development, consultation, and business development. With this, please welcome Mr. Abhilash with a huge round of applause.
Good afternoon to all, and what a busy day, right? Staying relevant, 3 milliseconds of traffic, then security. जितना cloud में जाना चाहिए उतना ही जाएगा. So I love my job. So in my role, I meet CIOs like you every day and learn how you are running your show at your company, and then I go back, share some insights with the other CIO, then I learn something from him. So this is what I do at Pentagon in my current role. So we are a national system integrator wherein we have been helping organizations run their IT operations for last 28 years now, starting as a reseller, then developing into a solution provider, then helping customers build their own data center with the enterprise grade solutions, then slowly adopting the newer technologies. That is how we have been growing, and we have been helping our customers grow. With that, we started our cloud journey, which is multi-cloud practice, wherein we help our customers adopt cloud and at the same time grow on cloud with security, with operations, with well-architected frameworks, right? So that's how we have been helping our customers. And what we have understood till now, and what all of us have been speaking about, is hybrid is the way, right? You cannot be pure public cloud provider, you cannot be pure public cloud consumer, and you cannot be pure private cloud or maybe on-premises setup, and you can never expect to grow or maybe scale your operations, right? So that's, having said that, there are multiple ways how we look at how hybrid cloud is necessary and how it plays a good role in terms of your operations. You speak about geographical expansion, you speak about integration between multiple applications, you speak about edge computing, you speak about integrating multiple applications within your organizations as well as your peers or maybe your colleagues, the other organizations you work with, right? So that is how hybrid is necessary, and that is how we have been seeing as well as helping customers use hybrid setup to run their IT. And what we understand and what we have been seeing, it runs through 3 key parameters. If you speak about any of the hybrid setup or any of the hybrid plan what you have, it runs around 3 key parameters. One is applications, the second one is DevOps or maybe process, the PPT what we speak about, right? People, process and technology. The third one is infrastructure, which is the core to any of the operations, right? So speaking about applications, sir spoke about legacy. Why are you calling us legacy? You have named us legacy. There are cloud native applications we are discussing. There is discussion on AI ML, and which is not a buzzword anymore. There are organizations at very large scale as well as very small scale adopting the AI ML services as well as the serverless computing at their organizations. So any of the applications we are currently using, can you just go ahead and throw it and start building a new applications which is cloud native? It is not possible, right? Our core applications or maybe core business, what has been running on a particular application, that needs to be there. At the same time, looking at the business demand, looking at the market demand as well as the competitive analysis, we need to adopt newer applications which can like run on multiple platforms or maybe run on multiple CSPs, right? So developing applications at the same time keeping the current applications what you are running and an integration between them, right? That is a part of it. Then cloud native, as I spoke about, there are many ways business demands now. You run certain campaigns, you run certain GTMs at your company for which you need some application to run only for 6 months or maybe some website to run only for 3 months. Can you do it on premises? Yes, you can. But should you do it? No, because we may or may not require that amount of compute after we finish that job or after we are done with the process what we are doing, right? So that is where the public cloud comes in. You scale, you start using your on-premises services. At the same time, you extend your operations, extend your workloads to cloud, and use them for our services, right? Second one is infrastructure. So be it cloud or hyperscalers, anyone it is, they are not going to replace the hardware consumption or maybe the on-premises consumptions what you have, which is the perception, right? The hardware is going to stay. The physical infrastructure what we have, it is going to stay there where it is. We are speaking about integrating that with a scalable, agile, as well as a secure platform, which is public cloud. At the same time, consuming the on-premises setup what we have. So the infrastructure plays a very key role when we plan about hybrid strategy, as well as hybrid operations within our company, right? And same with the public cloud goes, right? And the edge computing, as we have all have been speaking about. So if you look at the current data what we have, almost 80 to 90% of the data that we have in market is created within last 2 to 3 years. There are multiple points to back that claim. So, and most of them are being consumed as well as generated from the edge, be it edge computing or be it any of the user who is very remote to your organizations and doing multiple workloads on his own laptop or desktop. That's how we have been creating amount of data that is created from edge. At the same time, we need to look at the security aspect, right? So how do you secure it? How do you make sure that the data that is being created, that is being generated is stored? At the same time, it is being used in the right way. I'll just take search word as well as Mr. 𝗙𝗂𝗀𝗃 there. So think about a scenario where some person is drowning in ocean and you rescue him, right? First questions or maybe the first request that person will have is for a glass of water. That person has been drowning in ocean, but the first request of that person will be for a glass of water. Why is that? Because that glass of water is necessary for him, not the whole water that was in ocean. Same applies with the data, right? We have data that we do not know where it came from, how it is being generated. At the same time, we need to look at how can we further optimize as well as find a way we analyze and run some process and consume the right amount of data to grow our business. Policies, right? I know many companies where there are users, they put their credit card, they start using Azure, they start using Amazon, they do not even go to the CIO desk. The procurement team is not aware of it. And that company, that particular company is being using cloud through multiple users for years now. Can we stop it? No. But we can definitely regularize it, right? So putting right policies, putting right processes in how you can create a process that users should follow in terms of the consumption of the data, at the same time consumption of the infrastructure. So policy plays a very key role when it comes to the hybrid architecture or maybe hybrid plan of action what we have, right? Having said that, when we speak about hybrid infrastructure or when we speak about cloud innovation, when we speak about growing our business, it is about digital transformation or maybe it is about innovation at core, right? So after this we have lunch, so I can show the cake picture. We can cut the cake vertically and eat it, right? And it will solve the purpose of dessert. It will be sweet and you can eat it. But is it going to solve the right purpose for what the cake is made of? No. So you need to cut the cake vertically and eat it to get all the flavors. At the same time, if you cut the cake horizontally, you can eat it. But if you are planning to run transformation or maybe innovation at your company, it should be process driven, organization driven, at the same time department driven. So when you are reaching out to your organization's head or maybe business unit heads, it should be integrated with all the departments, all the stakeholders, if you want to achieve the goal of digital transformation and cloud innovations. So with that, I think, yep. So what we have understood and what we have been speaking to you and the data what we have, cloud innovation and any of the transformation what you have your organizations drives across 4 key points. Realization of value and vision. So there should be an executive sponsorship, the executive line of policies to back the plan of action what you have as a CIO, as a head of the department. At the same time, you should have strategic engagement as well as mobilizations. So people are speaking about multi-cloud, people are speaking about hybrid cloud. Then there is a new term called polycloud, which is like, should I use all the clouds or only 2 clouds? I need infrastructure, at the same time I need to do some analysis or some integration, some UPI, right? So maybe I can have 2 clouds, not 3 or 4 clouds at my organizations. And how can I mobilize it? Can I migrate my user-facing applications first, or should I migrate my non-production applications first? So the mobilization plan, what you have or what you should have, plays a very key role when you plan to achieve digital transformation as well as cloud innovation at your organizations, right? At the same time, adaptable structure and cultural change. This is the key. So everything, any operations, business, growth, whatever you think of, it is driven and it revolves around the cultural change what you bring at your organizations. If you do not bring cultures, you do not bring cultural changes at your organizations, the adaptation of whether it is technology, whether it is policy, or any of the procedure you bring, it is not going to fly, right? So the cultural changes as well as the cultural adaptation plays a very key role when you speak about innovating your IT infrastructure at your organizations, right? At the same time, you move and improve. So they say you should fail, but you should fail fast, and you should move on, right? So we should fail fast, but to what extent? We cannot always fail fast, right? We should also succeed in terms of the migration or the workload, right? So while we are moving, we should improve. There are similar workloads that we are migrating to cloud or maybe migrating to hybrid cloud, and there are certain SOPs that we have created. We should keep it as a directory and follow it while we are doing other type of similar migration or activities for other application or maybe other departments, right? So moving at the same time, improving is the key role. So with that, I'll come to what we do as a company to help organizations run their cloud infrastructure as well as their on-premises data center at their company, right? So like I said, we have been doing IT for last 28, 30 years now. So we understand that world. We understand the on-premises world very properly. At the same time, we are doing cloud for last 10 years. So when you speak about hybrid cloud, when you speak about integrating the on-premises with the cloud infrastructures, so the MSPs like us plays a very key role in helping your IT team upscaling or maybe their skills, their adaptation, at the same time, the complete migration plan of it. So that's how we have been helping customers in their cloud journey with a dedicated practice on cloud support, with dedicated CAM practices wherein we engage with you in terms of trainings and all. Rahul spoke about upbringing or maybe upskilling your current team rather than like acquiring multiple skills from outside, and they do not understand your process, they do not understand your system. So they will take at least 6 months of time to understand your system, to work as per your expectation. At the same time, you can upbring or maybe you can upskill your current resources who understand you, and they can be a very pivotal part of the cloud journey that you have. These few of the competencies and paths that we acquire, being a multi-cloud provider or being an MSP, and we have a branch in Bangalore as well. We have a booth just next door. Please visit our booth, speak to us, engage with us, and we are very keen to learn how you are running your IT, what we can learn from you and take back to other companies or maybe other organizations we work with, and how can we engage with them as well as with you in your cloud journey as well as your IT operations. So that's all from me. Thank you very much.